Hello, everybody. Landaton here, and welcome back to another podcast. We're joined by a very special guest today. Some of you guys may know him. He's been on the channel before, like the Rocket League video, and me and him did a Sniper Elite 4 playlist, which hopefully may be coming back soon. Not entirely sure, but me and him did a Sniper Elite 4 playlist. It's CJ. Say hi.
Yeah, how's it going?
He's got a channel that you guys can subscribe to. The link to it will be in the description down below. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. I think he does. You have a Twitch channel, correct?
Yeah.
He's got a Twitch channel. Make sure you guys follow him on that. He's a really nice guy. He makes funny content, so make sure you guys subscribe to him. We're also joined by Kevin, like always. Sorry, I kind of forgot to mention you, Mystic.
Yeah, I know, I see how it is.
Well, it's just usually you're always with me, so...
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
By the way, you should record more Phasmophobia, but okay.
Yeah, anything you want to talk about, CJ, about your channel? Like, things you're going to be doing up in the future? Any new projects?
Well, I've obviously stopped streaming on YouTube, as some people could know. Because I've recently started moving full-time to Twitch, because I think a week or two ago I got a Twitch affiliate.
Well,
I don't know how the fuck I got that. I don't know how the fuck I did it, because there's some people that say it's hard as balls. But I did it, so since then I've been moving full-time to Twitch, and for my YouTube I'll just be uploading videos instead of streams. That's about it.
Well,
I've got a long
congratulations
list
on the
planned.
Twitch affiliate.
Yeah, got a long list planned, and if I said all the games, then we'd probably be here all day.
Yeah. Like I said, guys, make sure you follow him on all of his social medias. So the only problem with this podcast we have is we don't really have much schedule to talk about. We're going to talk about like the Fortnite and the new season, all the new collaborations that was going on. We might talk about the Fortnite X FNAF, even though it's been confirmed it's not happening. I don't know, we may or may not talk about that. Also, myself want to talk a little bit about FNAF. I'm going to try and make that one speed up a little bit because everyone here doesn't really know much about FNAF. I'm the only one that's like a huge FNAF nerd. And if we can think of anything else, I do know I have a question that I need to get. So I might as well do it now while we're doing the podcast. But there's a question that someone asked that I want to answer, and we'll ask everyone here. But should we go ahead and get started with, I guess, Fortnite maybe? Since that's basically the main thing on my channel. It's my profile picture and all that, and it's one of the ones I upload a lot.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
this is kind of a last-minute podcast, so bear with us.
Yeah, I had so much to talk about, but then when I actually got started, I just could not think of anything. So sorry about that,
We
guys.
could think of stuff during it, so
Yeah.
you never know.
That's kind of what we're
It's like
trying to do.
I'm
We're seeing if we
brainstorming
can,
right now as we speak.
yeah, we're just kind of seeing if we can wing it and see if we can think of new conversation topics. But let's go ahead and get started with Fortnite. We'll go ahead and start with you, Kevin. What are your honest opinions? I know you're not like a big fan of Fortnite anymore. In the past, you said it was really good, but now you're saying it's not as good. But what are your thoughts on this season?
You know, a lot of the seasons that we've been having recently was not the best. If anything, one of them was more of an advertisement to get their name out there. But this season was fun at first, you know, jump back in with a new, fun, selective playlist, you know, new season and all that. It's just like the content really died down after 2 weeks. And them listening to the community more didn't really help it, in my opinion, because the community only wants, you know, more competitive side
Yeah.
of like weapons or like any kind of game changers. So I just drifted away from it, and I recently got Phasmophobia, which I've been grinding,
Yeah.
but that's really my honest opinion. It's just this game is a little bit stale sometimes, but you know, they are bringing some fun things, I guess, like fun modes.
Yeah, like, for
So
instance, the
I might.
newest one, the Mando's Bounty, which you have not tried yet, right?
Nope, I have not tried it yet, and I'm
I
excited
think,
to try it.
personally, since,
really.
because you're like me, you're a huge fan of The Mandalorian, I think mine will change completely, because there's so much like Mandalorian references and all that, you're gonna love it, I think.
Yeah, I'll try to enjoy it though, because
Alright.
it definitely sounds interesting.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10 so far, what would you give the season?
5.45.
Okay, 5.45. Like a very specific 5, but okay, not bad. Alright. What about you, CJ? What is your opinions on this season so far?
Sort of similar to Kevin's. Like it was really good at the start because it was a nice change from all the Marvel stuff. You got like new POIs, you got the Sands, which I really liked, even though they pretty much took it out for like I don't even know how long.
For about basically half the time this season's been out.
Yeah, most of the season there's just been no sand when literally, yeah. Well, I think, so yeah, the season's been good. I think it's been one of those like scenes of this chapter that's actually been decent. Like, I think from this chapter I pretty much haven't enjoyed as much as chapter one.
Yeah, that's what a lot of
Because
people think.
normally
So
the scenes I always like enjoying playing them and like grinding them. Not much this chapter. I think like because chapter two, season one, I didn't really like that much. It was alright at
yeah,
first because a new map and all that stuff, but then they just completely forgot Fortnite existed and just
yeah.
didn't put any content in the game. And also, that's for freaking 5 months. Like, what's up with that? Season two, I think, actually was my favorite season of this chapter.
That was a really good season. I'm still kind of debating whether this season is the best or season two, but I will agree with you. Season two was really good.
Yeah, season two is really good. 'Cause, like, they obviously had Midas
Hmm.
and all the POIs. I think my most dropped POI in season two was the Grotto because I think it was a very underrated spot.
Yeah.
Literally, that was my drop spot for season two. Every time I went into a game, I always went Grotto. It's mainly because Brutus was there, but I think it was a really good spot. Season three, I literally first day, I just hated it and didn't play it again.
Yeah, season three. I liked it
I
at
played it a
first.
couple times.
Sorry, go ahead.
I played it a couple times, but I just didn't like it. Like they got on the pump for the charge. Blech.
Oh,
I just fucking hate the charge. And no wonder why it was shit. They didn't do a freaking live event at the end like they normally do every season. That's how even Fortnite knew season three was shit. So they
yeah.
didn't do an end of season event. Same with season one. End of season, they didn't do an end of season event.
Well, they had an event, but it wasn't like
Well,
story
they had
related.
an event. It was more of a collab event.
Yeah. It wasn't that good of an event. That's one thing I gotta say. Like with season three, there was no events. At least with season one of chapter two, there was an event. It wasn't that good, but at least it got some hype. People were
I
like,
mean,
"Ooh,
I enjoyed it because we got the teaser for the Star Wars film, and we got to have
yeah."
lightsabers.
I
Even
mean,
though
it was
I hate
cool. The event
lightsabers a
was
day later.
cool with like the cinematics and all that. With like the I'm sorry, I'm just getting a bit more into Star Wars. I don't know a lot of the I guess the terms for the characters. Like I know the what is it called? The God, I can't think of the name. Han Solo's ship, Millennium Falcon. It was cool like seeing all that happen on this island. That was one of the coolest things ever. But then after that, I just felt like I was watching a roleplay video from season five. So it kind of bummed me out with that. But other than that, it
Pretty
was a
much,
good
yeah.
event.
And obviously, I said with season two, we had two events. We had the Travis Scott event.
We had two great events, some of the best we've ever
Yeah.
had.
Also, asked me another question. Another question I just thought of. 'Cause obviously, 2019 we had the Marshmallow event.
Hmm.
2020 Travis Scott. What do you think they can do in 2021 for a
Ooh.
concert? They can do it every year because it seems like they're doing it. Like, what do you think
Right
you can do, or who do you
now,
want?
to me, maybe I'm not sure. To me, maybe The Weeknd, because like The Weeknd is really popular at the moment. For instance, he's doing the halftime
Yeah.
show here in America for the American football game that's happening. So maybe if they did one, it
Yep.
might be The Weeknd because he's really popular at the moment.
I
What do
mean, he
you
has an
think,
emo in
Kevin?
the game.
Yeah, he's already in the game. His emote and all that is in there. But what do you think, Mystic?
Personally, I love the weekend, but you know, I get that adding, a lot of collaborations is to make people enjoy the game more while using their favorite things from,
Yeah.
in terms of IRL or different video games. It's just I'm personally not a big fan of it. It just takes away from the originality of Fortnite, which is what they were supposed to be. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
original,
I can understand that.
and it's just like I don't know. It's kind of changed. I mean, I'm changing my mind on some things. It's just like it still doesn't feel like Fortnite saying that, but I guess
Yeah,
for other
that's
people, it can.
understandable. That's because that's something I've kind of felt as well. It doesn't really feel exactly like Fortnite did, like back in X and stuff like that, when it was just everyone going nuts because
Original.
it was Fortnite doing its own thing. And now it just feels like it's a little bit Fortnite, but more of every other game in Fortnite. Like for instance,
Yeah,
like last season, it just felt like a Marvel game. It felt like we were playing the Avengers or something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't even feel
yeah.
like Fortnite, so I can understand that. Personally, I do
It's
like these
just like
collaborations. Some of them, if it's a company or a film or a game that I like, I think it's really cool because some of them I've grown up with and I love them. So I personally enjoy them, but I can understand why people would say, "Oh, they're doing it too many times," because it takes away the originality from Fortnite. So
which is why I really don't like collaborations too much. Like I want them to make something original, and I probably can say that they can make something original.
Yeah, they can, I think. So CJ, we never did get to the what you thought about the season. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give the season?
I'd probably give it like a 6. It's definitely been one of my favorite seasons out of the chapter.
Yeah,
Because with the skins, like the Battle Pass, bit been decent. Also, we've got Mando.
Mandalorian is fucking sick.
Yeah, and we've still got like a lot more skins coming because obviously Agent Jonesy isn't finished with like recruiting people,
Yeah,
and then we never know what he's gonna do. Like with the old rift thing he has.
yeah. Okay, so a 6, and then Kevin, or sorry, Mystic, you gave it a 5.45 or 5.50. It was 45, right?
Yep,
Okay.
5.45.
I got nothing to say about the season or something. Like, because I saw a video from, I don't know if you've seen it, from Cypher PK.
I haven't
That he
really
could
watched
say
him in
that,
a while, but I do know who he
that he
is.
could say this season could be the last season of Chapter 2.
Yeah, I've heard that going on. I heard someone say that. It might have actually been you during a stream that I did when it fell on me because of my internet. But I heard someone say that this could be the final season of this
Yeah.
chapter, and I don't think that's
Like,
necessarily true, but we could see.
I mean, because he said like it took Fortnite, chapter 1, like 24, 23 months to finish, and we're already 18 months into chapter 2. So like
Yeah,
if we go all the way to season X, that means chapter 2 will last until like 2023. And do Fortnite really want to have another 2 years of chapter 2? Because then it would kind of make the game dead, wouldn't it, if they have a whole chapter for like another 2 years?
yeah, that's a good point.
So
Uh,
that's the difference. Like, do they want to do it or do they not? Or they're not going to do it?
yeah,
Well, I guess we'll find out in the event, the end of the season event.
yeah.
So I've
So
heard this event could be really big.
yeah, I hope it's gonna be a good event. So my opinions on this season, I'll make it kind of quick because I don't want to be. Well, we haven't been going on for that long, considering we don't have a lot to talk about. My opinions on this season is, like I said, I don't know if this season's better than season two. Season two was really, really good. I loved it. I love the spy themed. I love almost every single skin on. Actually, no, I think I did like every single skin in the season two battle pass. It had such fun mythics. It introduced mythics, introduced like the whole vault situation and the bosses and all that, and it was so much fun. We had two of the best
Except
events
Paul.
we've ever had in the game ever. The Travis Scott event, which was really fucking good, and the device event, which was really good as well. It was such a good season. It's up there as one of the best seasons in any chapter. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 was really good. I love this one. It's really good. It has a lot of fun mythics like the Mandalorian's rifle. I love that gun to bits. It is one of my favorites. I also love the. I'm trying to think if there's any. Well, no, I can't really think of any of the mythics I like. I like some of the new
There's
guns.
Predator's invisible thingy.
Oh, I haven't tried that actually yet. I have not tried Predator.
Well, that thing is terrifying. Like,
Sorry, go ahead.
when I first went up against Predator, I literally felt like I nearly shat myself.
Yeah.
Because like he makes that really creepy noise, and he just appears out of nowhere. Like, what is it with freaking these secret skin? Well, it's not really secret skin. I mean, it kind of was, but like being fucking terrifying. Like last season Wolverine scared the shit out of me. Like someone could have told me that if you knock him and don't finish him, that he can self-res himself. Like someone could have told me that. No, I was resing Ben. He self-reses and then he freaking just scares the living hell out of me. Predator comes in. They say it was a pain in the ass to kill him because literally you had everyone shooting you because Stealthy Stronghold suddenly became Tilted Towers of Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally the whole freaking server went there. So you probably die even before you landed because everyone was shooting everywhere.
Yeah.
But I eventually got it in the end because until I found out you literally only have to hit him and then someone else can kill him and you could do it.
Yeah.
So
But
if you hit him then ran.
yeah. But yeah, it's got a lot of good qualities about it. It's kind of a little bit dry towards the in the middle of the season, like right now, which I think it kind of gets like that with every season. It did a little bit with season
Yeah.
2. So we're just at that dry point at the moment, and even then, they're still giving us a little bit of content. Like they just added new mythics. You got the quad launcher, the slurp launcher, and some new P90. I don't know if that's in the game yet, but I know it's gonna be.
I think it's like a frozen one, isn't it? If you if you equip it, you like get icebox on your feet or something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I know the file name or whatever is called Frozen, but I didn't know what it was. So I guess that's not in the game yet. And then also we've got the new Mando's Bounty, which I love. This is officially my favorite game mode of all time.
I've played it a couple
It's
times. It's pretty much like Wick's Bounty
Yeah, it's like
season
John Wick's
9.
bounty from season 9 of chapter 1,
Just
but
Mando.
it's just it's better in my opinion. Which it could just because I'm a huge fan of The Mandalorian, which I'm a huge fan of John Wick as well. I love both of them. That's probably why I love both of them. They're kind of similar. To me, I always say The Mandalorian is kind of like John Wick if he was in the Star Wars universe. To me, he kind of reminds me of like that type of character.
Yeah,
He's just badass.
like
Anyone who
badass
gets in his
character.
way, yeah, anyone who gets in his way, he kills them. It's I love The Mandalorian, and the Mando's Bounty brings a lot of references to The Mandalorian and stuff like that, and that's probably why I love it so much. Um, and the crossovers, some of them I've liked, some of them I haven't, but I still think it's kind of cool how they're doing it with like the portal situation and Agent Jonesy bringing them in there. It's been nice having like those cutscenes with the new characters again, because that was one thing I missed in Chapter 1, where like sometimes when they would release a new update, they would have like little trailers for it. Like the
Oh yeah,
Slurp Juice had one, I think. I know the Chug Jug did.
Biggie Bomb,
Yeah, Boogie
Biggie
Bombs, the
Bomb,
minigun.
Bush.
Yeah, there was so like they used to have a little cutscene for every one of them. And it just it was kind of cool. And then they stopped doing that really in Chapter 2, and they're bringing that back with these skins. Like every time it shows you how they ended up into the Fortnite world. And obviously, like it looks like they're going back with the 0 Point lore and all that, which I'm really glad because that's what I was interested in was the lore of the 0 Point and all that. Um, so far, I really do like this season. I give it maybe an 8, very close to a 9 out of 10. There are some
Mhm.
things like maybe there is a little bit too many crossovers, but I can kind of see how people can say it's bad because like they said like Mythic said, um, there's not a lot of like originality from Fortnite at this point. It's just kind of crossovers, but I kind of like it. So, but I can see how some people would like it. So like I said about maybe I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's about you talking about the 0 Point. It made me realize, like, because the 0 Point is in the middle of the map, basically.
Hmm.
That's basically that kind of usually also adds onto my theory of like this could be the last season of like chapter 2 because the 0 Point is kind of similar to the thing that wiped the chapter 1 map.
Yeah. Which then some
And
people,
like something
I guess,
like
thought
something
maybe season 4, chapter 2 would be the last
like
season as
yeah
well because of how it ended. But
yeah because people could like say like Agent Jonesy could like do something with the rift or like
yeah,
something could go wrong and cause everything to go inside the 0 Point and then
maybe.
we get another black hole which would not be fun to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping not.
Oh, the black hole event's giving me PTSD. Alright, though. I think that's basically everything we want to talk about for Fortnite at this point. I was going to probably talk about the Fortnite X FNAF, but Scott Cawthon's confirmed on Reddit that there is no crossover happening for this year. It's just going to be solo FNAF projects. And
Unless
I
that's
guess
something he wants you to think.
that's the thing as well, though. That's what people are saying. He loves to troll the community. For those who are not like in the FNAF community, Scott has been known to troll the community a lot of times. Just to name a few, he released a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 demo, and it turned out to be a recreation of his older games. There is no pause button, and he put a little Freddy mask or a Freddy head on top of the little blue running guy he runs on, and everyone was kind of upset because they thought it was going to be a demo for the game, and it turned out to be a little 8-bit minigame. The biggest one was probably when Sister Location was coming out. There was a couple of leaks with the voice actresses and the voice actors for the game, and he later put on his website, it said canceled due to leaks, and people thought they were talking about the game was canceled because some of the voice actors got leaked, when it turned out to be like not an article, but it was something to do with the lore, basically, and everyone realized the game's not canceled, it just has something to do with the lore. So he has been known to troll a lot, and he could be trolling about this, but I personally don't think he's trolling. And there has been a lot of evidence pointing that this is Freddy coming to not Smash, sorry, to Fortnite. For those of you who don't know, I guess I will go ahead and explain that a little bit. Basically, about maybe 4 or 5 days ago, there was a new file that got, or some of it got encrypted or decrypted, and the file name was French Fry. And what Fortnite likes to do is they use the initials of the file name as a code word or whatever. So, for instance, for the Ninja skin, the code name was Torbus, which stands for Tyler Blevins. And then Wolverine's was called Wasabi, which stands for Wolverine. So this one was called French Fry, which could stand for Freddy Fazbear. The footprints for that character sounded a lot like animatronic footsteps, almost like the one where Foxy's running in the first game. It sounds a lot like that. I thought this was already in the game, but I think it must have been decrypted, but there's gonna be a portal near the what is that place called? Flopper Lake, right beside Dusty, or is that what it's called? No, Dirty. Sorry, what's that? It's called Flopper Lake. You're correct.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's Flopper Lake. There's gonna be a portal there that's related to this character. And there's been a lot more evidence, like tokens that someone got that was referencing a bunch of other skins that's coming to the game. There's tokens that look like pizzeria. And it kind of pointed all out to be Freddy was in Smash. But Scott said yesterday, as of recording this, he said yesterday that there was no collaboration, that he's not planning on doing that. But, I don't know, maybe he is trolling us, like CJ said, because he has been known to troll the community. But I guess...
He wants to make you think that's not happening, and then it does happen, and you'll get all more excited.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't think Scott's trolling about this, mainly because he's never done a collaboration with any other game. And I feel like he could have had the opportunity several times to collaborate with basically any game he wanted to, because his franchise is one of the most successful franchises in the history of gaming. So I feel like if he wanted to do a collaboration with anyone, he would have already done it by now. I just don't think he wants like his characters in any other game, which is understandable. They're his creations. And also, as well, I don't think he would be in there because the whole point of this season is for Agents Only to find the best hunters, and Freddy's is not a hunter, so it wouldn't make sense, like, with the theme. But, I don't know. I guess I'll talk a little bit about what, like, the FNAF game that's coming up, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos on this as soon as this comes out, because I am super excited. This is probably the most hyped up game I've ever been hyped up for. I am so excited for the new Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. There's still really no information on it. All we know is that in March we're going to be having a gameplay trailer, which I'm going to be doing a video on because I'm super excited about this, and I'm going to do every video I can on Security Breach because I know there's still a lot of people, surprisingly, who don't really know what FNAF is, and if it's any of my fans, I want them to get intrigued into FNAF like I am, because I want everyone to love what I love, and yeah, that's basically it.
Sad Dave noises.
So basically, you're saying the new FNAF game is your most hyped game for 2021?
No, probably ever. Like, I don't think I've ever been as hyped about a game as I've ever been for Security Breach. Uncharted 4 was the previous one. I was super excited for Uncharted 4 because I had just played the original 3 games, and then I found out they're making a 4th one, and for about 2 years, maybe 3 years, I waited, and I was super hyped for it. But I think my hype is higher for Security Breach because it is such a big change from what FNAF is usually known for, where you just kind of sit in a room, there's very little movement. The graphics are alright, they're not like the best, but they're not the worst either, they're decent. To having ray tracing in the game, and having their game featured on a PlayStation 5 reveal. It's a huge difference from what's been going on with the original games, and it looks really, really good. And the same people who worked on it, Steelwood Studios, who made their latest game, which was FNAF VR, Help Wanted, it was my favorite VR game of all time. Well, no, I'm sorry, Doom VR has to take that for me now, but my favorite FNAF game by far. So I'm really excited to see what they're doing with Security Breach. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing countless videos on it. As soon as it comes out, I'm gonna be recording, I'm going to be editing, because I cannot wait to play Security Breach. And I guess that's about it for FNAF. There ain't really much news. I know they're doing the movie soon. They're going to be doing filming in sometime in spring. There's a couple of books coming out, but no one really cares about the books. I mean, I'm interested, but most people are not really that interested in the books, so I'm not going to waste anyone's time with that. And I think that's about it for all I can think of now. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Sad Doom noises.
I mean, on topic of 2021,
that Doom was your favorite game, and now it looks like you just don't care for it anymore. But I know you do still, but you're still very hyped for this game.
I am. I'm still, well, the Doom, I know there's like a new DLC coming out, but that's about it. We have no information on that. We don't even know when it's coming out. I am still very excited for like Doom Eternal, what is it called? The Ancient Gods, I think is what it's called, Part 2. The way they ended it off with the first DLC, it was really, it's getting me super excited for the final boss in the Ancient Gods Part 2. I'm not going to say anything just in case you guys still have not played it yet and you don't want any spoilers, but it is insane how they ended it, and I cannot imagine what the final battle is going to be. So
basically what happens is, no, I'm kidding.
But yeah, so I'm still love Doom. I've been playing Doom Eternal. I found out I don't know if it means the most played game of all time or just this year. It was Doom Eternal was my second most played game, despite getting it in September. I've spent over
Oh, this is
200.
PlayStation wrap up.
Yeah, on the PlayStation wrap up, it turns out I've spent over 275 hours on Doom Eternal after getting it in in September. So that is
Phasmophobia
I
noises.
Which your
yeah.
number one? Was it Fortnite?
Yeah, it was Fortnite with like 700 and something hours.
Bloody
I'm
hell.
not as surprised with Fortnite because I think it's about the same as it was last year, I think. So it might just be based on yearly instead of like a most played game of all time. But I'm more intrigued in Doom Eternal since, like I said, I just got that in September. And usually I'm playing Fortnite or I'm playing something on my PC with Mystic. That I don't really play on my PlayStation anymore. So apparently when I do, I'm always spending all my time on Doom Eternal. And I'm staying up late playing that game. I fucking love Doom Eternal. I could just spend the whole podcast talking about everything that's perfect about Doom Eternal, but no one here except maybe Mystic really cares about or knows about Doom. So I'm not gonna talk about that for now.
So let's
Anything?
talk about it.
Huh?
So let's talk about it.
Yeah. But is there anything you guys want to talk about, Mystic or CJ?
I mean, if we were talking about like what's the most hype game for 2021, would yours be the new FNAF game?
By far, yes. Right now. What? That's actually a
Okay.
good. That's actually a good
I think
question.
for me,
What? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What is
I
your
think for
most
me,
anticipated game?
it would be between Gotham Knights
Ooh, Gotham Knights.
and the Lego Star Wars
Ooh.
Skywalker Saga.
Ah.
Okay.
They're putting all Lego Star Wars games into like one thing.
Yeah.
Because the Lego Star Wars games like was my shit when I was younger.
Mhm.
Like on Nintendo DS, but that was my shit.
See,
Oh man, only 90s kids, man.
I
would
never
be there.
played the Lego Star Wars, but I was a huge fan of the Indiana Jones Lego.
Lego doesn't get as much recognition as it does now. Like Lego should still be talked about, in my opinion.
Yeah. Indiana Jones was my shit, like the Lego Indiana Jones. That one was really good. And then I
Yeah,
started
I
playing the Lego
respectable.
Batman where they had the voice acting and shit. That was so revolutionary when Lego games started having voice acting.
Yeah, because I've played a lot of Lego games recently. I think it started when I played Lego DC Supervillains, and that game was fucking incredible.
Mhm.
Man, what a
Because like
throwback.
you could make your own bad guy. I think that's like the first Lego game where you could make your own character, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know you could make your own character. That might be the only game, because
Yeah,
every other Lego game I played, you can't make your own character.
yeah,
Well,
you make your own character to become like a villain.
oh, cool. Well, except for maybe like
And
Lego Worlds, and I think there's another one maybe that's like that, but Lego Worlds is the only one I think I've played where you can create your own character.
yeah,
Okay, well, that's
yeah.
a,
It was
that's
between those two games,
yeah.
Gotham Knights, because obviously Batman and all that stuff.
Yeah, Gotham Knights, I completely forgot about that one. I'm really hyped about that one as well.
I'm just saying, like, if you could, because there's 4 characters in it. If you only, because if I'm playing on my own, not co-op, if you can only, I'm assuming you can be all 4 characters properly.
Probably, it might be like the who knows? It might play out like the Lego games where you always have like two characters, so you can just keep switching between them.
Because I was going to pick, if I was going to pick 2 characters to use, it would probably be Batgirl and Red Hood.
All right, Red Hood is a good one, yeah.
Because I became a big Red Hood fan ever since like playing Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham
like,
Knight
the whole
was my
thing-
favorite Batman game. It was so good.
Because obviously they had the whole Red Hood thing with the Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
And I say Troy Baker did a fantastic job as Jason Todd.
He does a fantastic job in anything he plays. Like every game I've seen him in, he does a fantastic job. My favorite role
Yeah.
from him probably was when he did Sam Drake in Uncharted
Yeah, Sam
4.
Drake.
But everyone probably
I think-
loves him as Joel from The
I think-
Last of Us. And even then, I don't like The Last of Us, but I will
mean,
admit he did a fantastic job
most
in
of-
both games as Joel.
Most people may prefer him and Joe as Last of Us, but I prefer him as my favorite role of him of all time is Joker in Batman Arkham Origins.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Because obviously he said when he was on Retro Replay that he was very scared to do the role because obviously most people knew Joker in the Batman games as Mark Hamill,
Yeah.
and but because I can understand because Mark Hamill is, in my opinion, the GOAT of the Joker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Slowly
to me,
followed by
he's
Heath
my
Ledger.
favorite Joker. He's my favorite Joker.
Slowly
that
followed by Heath
anyone saw.
Ledger.
Heath Ledger,
Slowly followed by
people
Heath Ledger.
say he's good as well, but I personally prefer Mark Hamill.
What was it? I think an underrated Joker that doesn't get talked about is the Joker from the Gotham TV series. If you haven't seen it,
That's Mark Hamill too, isn't it?
no, that's who played Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm. Are you talking about the Jedi Fallen Order? I'm trying to remember what that is.
That's like the game. It's like a Star Wars game.
Okay, I haven't played the game, so I don't know who the voice
Like,
actor
there's
is.
an actor called like Cameron. I don't know how you say that. Cameron Monaghan. I don't know how you say his name. But he's pretty much Joker in that.
Oh, okay.
In the Gotham TV series.
All right. So you would say
Yeah,
Gotham
fair
Knights
enough.
and the Lego
Star Wars
is
Skywalker
your most
Saga.
anticipated games.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mystic? What's your most anticipated
Blinding
game for
Lights
this year?
just oh well, I don't have a hyped up game really, but I just heard that Blinding Lights official video from the weekend hit 359 million views,
Hey, well, congratulations. That's a really good song. I'm
and
actually
it's
super
getting
stoked
more
to
as
see
we
it
speak.
at the Super Bowl. Like I don't really
Blinding
watch like
Lights.
football that much, but I will watch the Super Bowl just for the halftime show because I do like the weekend.
Blinding Lights, in my opinion, is probably hit Weekend's best song, followed
Yes.
by Starboy.
I
He does
agree.
have a very good, interesting
Maybe
talent.
maybe also Party Monster. I think Party Monster is also a good song of his. Any
Yeah,
song
I could
that's like more like a pop/rap is probably his best songs.
Mm.
Yeah, I could probably go on a whole like podcast about how good the weekend is, and maybe even like a lot of artists that he's collabed with.
Yeah. So you
I'm
don't really
just
have
trying to get
any
a
anticipated games then? Not even one?
I would say Security Breach, but see, I'm not into FNAF as much as you are, but I still definitely enjoy it. It's just I don't really retain my knowledge from it
Yeah.
from before.
So
Well,
if you had to choose one, would it be Security Breach or would it be a different one?
See, it probably had to be Security Breach because I'm not really hearing any like game announcements too much, which is really kind of weird from my feed. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
hearing and like announce for anything.
Well, I think last
So
year we had so many announcements, but then all those got like
like
delayed.
considering
yeah,
2020 for everyone's like personal life was utter shit. Gaming wise, it was fucking incredible.
Yes, I
But yeah,
agree.
there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, we had the PS5 come in, the Xbox Series
You had
X.
so
and
many good games as
I mean, we don't
well.
talk about
Like,
Xbox. I think the Xbox is shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that from Xbox fans, but honestly, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like Xbox either. I've never been an Xbox fan, probably never will. Like even
Ugh,
like
that's one
Halo,
console.
like their most popular game probably. I played it once and I didn't even enjoy it that much. It was alright to me.
Ew,
Like, because 2020 had so
PCs are
many
better.
really good games coming out. Like from The Last of Us Part 2 to Ghost of Tsushima. You had the Mafia stuff come out, Definitive Mafia 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Although people say Mafia 2's remake, not remake, but remaster was pretty shit. From what I've seen, obviously, I don't think they plan on remastering it too much. I think they're just focusing on Mafia 1.
Mhm.
But I found out before, it came out in 2002 originally.
Yeah.
So I was only
2002
like,
is when Mafia 2 came out, you said?
no, not Mafia 2, the original Mafia.
Oh wow, that came out a while back then. Wow.
Yep. So I was only literally a few months old when that game came out, and
Damn.
when I heard that, I was like, okay then. I think Mafia 2 came out in like 2010. But still,
Wow,
few
that's
on-
a huge
in there.
gap from the first game to the second game. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make
Um,
sure everybody who's watching this to get a PC, never get a console. Consoles are bad. No, I'm kidding. I will admit, some games on console I wish come to PC, but see, we're the only one who can retain Phasmophobia without dying of heat stroke.
Yeah, I mean, it's now that I play on PC, I used to be that kind of person who's like, oh, well, it's just a console, I'll just get a console. But now that I play on PC, it is kind of like, I mean, I'm always going to be an Uncharted fan, and I love PlayStation, but it would be kind of cool if, like, everyone on PC can enjoy the experience that is Uncharted.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think...
Like, just imagine games like Spider-Man on
Spider-Man! Ooh!
like Spider-Man on like max resolution.
Oh my god! I love how we
Oh,
all just
yeah.
nodded at the same time.
Miles
games
Morales
games
was
games
one
like
of the hyped up games I was for 2020. I'm sorry,
That
I
wasn't.
will
That
say
was
proudly.
definitely top 5. No, actually top
I think
3
Miles
games
Morales
for
was my
2020
favorite
for
game
me.
of 2020. Like,
That was so good.
honestly, I think I'd say I prefer Miles Morales over the other Spider-Man. As much as I
That's
love
actually.
the
You
first
know
Spider-Man,
what? Why don't we talk about Miles Morales? I forgot about that
Oh
game.
yeah, I'm down.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. So do you want to go first, CJ? Since you.
Yeah, in
Because
my
I'm gonna be a
opinion,
while talking about it.
Spider-Man Miles Morales was better than the original one because I think
I agree with that
obviously
statement.
I think it's more of like a short and sweet game. Like, wasn't too repetitive. I wouldn't say the first Spider-Man was repetitive, but I feel like some parts was like really long. I
The
think that
side
game
missions is what gets
was
me.
like, yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales, because like, there was a lot more missions that I really liked. Because normally I don't do side missions in games, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But that game, I 100% in Miles Morales.
I'm
Like,
still
I did all
trying
the
to
side
complete it right
missions.
now. It makes me want to go back and finish this first Spider-Man like 100% as well. But I'm more than anything, I'm definitely finishing Miles Morales, whether or not I finish the original Spider-Man or not.
'Cause I think Miles Morales, I actually prefer him in the games. I prefer his Spider-Man because I think he has the better suit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the cutscene where he made a suit was more badass than the other one because you can actually see Pete make a suit because Doc Ock already made it for him.
Yeah.
But in Miles Morales, you get to see him make the suit. The song for that was just fucking incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. All the cutscenes are very well made, and especially with on PS5 the ray tracing. Oh
Like,
man.
because
No,
in
the
the
only
old
thing is
Spider-Man,
with that,
I think you knew Doc Ock.
The only thing is with that, I can say that that's not the truth case, but that's only because I played on PlayStation 4. One of the cutscenes, to be more specific,
Yeah.
the ending
I've heard.
cutscene for me was really fucked up.
Well, that made it for you because for me it was alright.
Yeah, for me, the mother's hair in the second game was really bugged out. It was like you were trying to see, I'm not going to spoil it, but you were trying to see a scene, and all you could see was her hair all over the screen, and sometimes you might see a building texture in there. And it's supposed to be a really sad moment, but it's so funny because that's all you can see is her
Yeah.
hair and building
I think-
textures coming out of nowhere.
Because I think
Yeah.
Miles Morales like nailed it on terms of the like shocking moments. Because obviously, I think in the first part, everyone knew like Doc Ock was gonna snap,
Yeah.
or like Otto was gonna snap, because everyone knew who he was. I think no one knew that Finn, Miles' friend, was gonna be the bad guy or the Tinkerer.
Well, spoilers.
Until it,
Spoilers, by the
Okay.
way.
well,
That was very heavy spoilers.
I think most
Yeah.
people probably played it.
Oh,
It's
that's
on PlayStation 4. I think most people because I got PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
most
There we
people
got
who
it.
got PlayStation 5 definitely got that, yeah. Which unfortunately
Yeah.
I have
And
not
most of-
secured a PS5 yet. But even on PlayStation, like it looked
low.
even better than any other game I played on PlayStation 4 so far, and that's including Uncharted 4, which, if as we probably all know by now, Naughty Dog is probably
But when
one of the
Uncharted
most.
4 gets that PS5 update,
Oh!
Oh my
Ooh!
God.
because God of War got
Jesus
it
Christ.
recently.
Mmm. That Uncharted 5, that graphics update is gonna be. Woo!
Okay, contain the little winker in your pants.
I'll try, but ooh man,
okay.
that's all I can think
what
about
I'm
right
hoping, I'm hoping like all like the Batman games get put on like PS5.
now. Oh, that would be a good one as
honestly-
well.
Oh.
But honestly, I've seen a argument lately that most people think that the Batman on the last gen was actually better looking than the Batman new gen on next gen, graphics wise.
Yeah.
Because
I
apparently,
don't.
I think
Arkham Knight had really good
Arkham Asylum,
graphics.
yeah,
I'll give it that.
Arkham Knight was really good. Arkham Asylum, people say, was better on PS3 because Arkham Asylum is meant to be like a dark game because you're in a mental asylum.
Yeah.
With the remaster, it made the game like much lighter because they
Oh
made
yeah.
the graphics like
Yeah,
much
they may
lighter
be right
and
about the
stuff.
PS3. They might be better on that then.
Yeah. Arkham City also is meant to be like quite dark. 'Cause obviously, you're in like a pretty much a revamped Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
just like the whole city instead. But yeah, I'm just hoping the PS5 update for all them games.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Also,
I'm
Arkham
getting
Origins,
excited.
because I'm so pissed that Arkham Origins hasn't even got a PS4 update
Yeah,
yet.
Arkham Origins was a really good game. I feel like it's underrated a lot. I
Yeah, it's
love
hella
that fight
underrated.
scene with
The only reason-
Bane. That was a really good one.
Yeah, the Joker reveal was fucking incredible. Because
Yeah.
I think most people, when it first came out, people were saying, "Oh, where's the Joker?" Because most people thought that Black Mask was going to be the main bad guy.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I forgot about Black Mask. He was a major character in that game as well. And then
yeah,
Joker
people
came
thought he
in
was
out
going
of
to be the
nowhere.
main bad guy, and then yeah, because I think
That
most
was
people
the
didn't
only
like
thing
that
I
game.
could say was wrong with Arkham Knight was that the Joker wasn't really in there, but then again they kind of brought him back with
Well,
the
he was.
hallucinations. So that's what I loved
Yeah.
about it. He was supposedly dead, but they still kind of brought him back, and it was so nice,
Yeah.
like having his. Because the thing with
They
Joker as
still
well,
quite
he
found a way.
he's a villain, but he has like funny quips and all that. So it was nice to know
Yeah.
that you still have that in the game, even though he's not supposed to be there. So I think it helped out with the game a lot.
Yeah. Also, I think like in Batman games, they like nailed the whole like Scarecrow thing. Like to scare you. Scarecrow is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, Scarecrow was
Like,
really.
'cause have you only played Arkham Knight?
Yes, I have. I think
You
I've
played Arkham
100%
Asylum?
completed it at one
It's-
point.
If you played Arkham Asylum, the fucking Scarecrow parts are terrifying.
I won't ever forget that one time where you're playing the game and the game bugs out. I thought there was something wrong with my disc.
Oh, same. Like, in Arkham Asylum, the game bugs out.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, and then I realized, oh wait, the game's still working. What was that thing? That
And
was such
also,
a revolutionary moment for
I think
me.
there's 2 Arkham Asylum Easter eggs in Arkham Knight.
Is there?
You know the part where you're in the lift, and then you turn around and Joker's like behind you, you're all strapped up.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have
That's
a
like,
lot of
yeah.
references to Arkham
And
Asylum.
they did the Arkham Asylum chime that goes like dun 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 or something like
And they
that.
had Joker. I think they had Gordon Ramsay, like the Arkham Asylum version of him as well. While you were in that, I remember what you're talking about now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and also then the part where you go to Scarecrow for the final part, it does a whole cutscene similar to Arkham Asylum's beginning, where you're like, it has the music as well,
Oh
just
man,
everything like that.
I just realized we were talking about Spider-Man and we just somehow got to Batman.
DC.
We're talking about games
or
that we should be
Marvel
updated to PS5.
Yeah. But so should we get back to the Spider-Man Miles Morales then? Because I think CJ was talking about it, and then we just drifted off to Batman.
I'm just thinking, yeah, in my opinion, Spider-Man Miles Morales just had a whole better surrounding to it than
Yeah.
the regular Spider-Man. I'm really excited for Spider-Man 3.
Ooh,
Because now I
yeah.
think I'm hoping in that game you get to play as both Peter and Miles.
Yeah.
And also, I'm hoping that we get a Miles Morales live-action movie, not like animated,
Not
like an
like
actual.
yeah, that would be a good
Not
one.
Into
Like
Spider-Verse.
I loved what was it, Into the Spider-Verse? That was one of my favorite Spider-Man
Yeah,
movies, but it would be really cool as well seeing a
like
Miles
an actual
Morales.
live-action movie.
Yeah, just like the new Spider-Man movie, something like that would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about, do you want to talk about the new Spider-Man movie as well then?
I don't know, maybe. But Mystic, what did you? I know you haven't played it, but from what you've seen and what you heard, what do you think about the new Spider-Man game?
God tier. Amazing. It still keeps some of the elements from the original Spider-Man game, which I have seen some gameplay on.
Yeah.
But I just think in terms of the cutscenes are a lot, more to heart and like more just nice aesthetically looking.
Yeah. I
Just the
loved it.
way everything looks. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I preferred this over the original Spider-Man as well. The thing was, I was probably a bit more excited about Cold War than I was about Spider-Man at first, but after I played Spider-Man, I just completely forgot about Cold War. I'm not gonna lie, I gave Spider-Man the cold shoulder. I did not think it was gonna be that good. I liked the
I
original
get it.
Spider-Man, but it wasn't like one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games of all time. It was really good, I loved it, but it wasn't like top 5, maybe not even top 10. I don't know. That might be a bit too far, but not top 5. This one's like top 5 this year, maybe even PS4 games of all time.
Yeah, it made
So
up for
many
it,
fun
definitely.
aspects. My favorite thing they've done is like the Venom Smash and all that, where you
Yeah,
have
the
like your
Venom stuff.
electricity.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
can't do that in the other ones. Because Miles
that
has
is
own
my
man,
special
the
power.
favorite
ability.
part about that game. It is so much
Oh,
fun using all that. Like you just get your you get like it powered up, and then you just hit everyone, and like the energy will all go to them. And especially when you get your meteor fooled all the way up, and you get to what is it called? Venom's Final Smash or something like that.
it's just the final.
That sounds like a Smash Bros. Reference, but that's not what it's called, is it? It's the one
It,
where like you get all 3 of them powered up, and then you hold L1, circle, and triangle, and he'll like in about a maybe a 30 feet radius, everyone
yeah,
near
I know what
him will
you're
get
talking about. I
shocked.
just forgot the name of it. Oh, it's just so good. I've seen like a lot of gameplay on it.
Yeah,
And
it is so
oh,
much fun. I
I
had
wish that
so
game
much
was on
fun
PC.
on that one. Yeah, and then as well, they some of the problems I was like with the original Spider-Man was fixing this one as well. To me, it felt like combat was more fun, mainly because of the Smash and all that, the Venom
I
stuff.
think Miles' swinging animation is better. Because there's a
Oh
part where
yeah,
he does like the
definitely.
whole
Yeah.
part where he like goes
Oh,
head,
and
he can go head
the
first.
suits are so much better as well. I only like probably 2 or 3 of the suits on the first game.
Oh,
I basically love every single one. I love
I mean,
the. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like on the original Spider-Man, when it first came out, there weren't that many suits. When the game went forward, they added more ones, like the Tobey Maguire one. They now added
Yeah,
the
that
Andrew
was my
Garfield
favorite one,
one
the
and the
Tobey Maguire
PS5
one.
one. PS5 they added Amazing Spider-Man.
Now that is something I will say. The only thing I did not like about this Spider-Man was how they changed Peter Parker, but they did that for the remake as well. I think I got so used to the Spider-Man or the Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man that character fit more for me than this new one. He looks too much like Tom Holland. It doesn't fit his voice and all that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh man, they still changed him in a good way if you really want to describe it as that.
He kind of does look like Tom Holland, to be honest. When I first saw him, I
Yeah.
thought, are they
Yeah,
like
man.
placing more Tom Holland into the game? But he
And
hasn't.
then I just heard the voice. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
if they definitely got Tom Holland in it, I would have just immediately given it like above a 10 rating.
Yeah, I mean, I still like that voice actor for Spider-Man though. It's a good one. I think.
Yeah, but it just has to fit more of the character, But not to
Yeah.
say that it's like
I don't
mean,
know
the
why
guy-
they decided to
what's his
change it,
name?
but
Who's his name? Yuri Lowenthal or something?
oh, Yuri, I forgot about her. Yeah, I really liked her character. I
No, I'm talking
forgot
about the
about
guy
her.
who plays Spider-Man in the
Oh.
game. His name is Yuri. He actually plays Spider-Man. It's called Yuri.
I thought you were talking about the character from the cop from
No,
the first
I mean, we
Spider-Man.
can talk about that. We can talk about that after. But yeah, the guy who voice acts Peter Parker, his name's Yuri Lowenthal, and I think because obviously he was said that he was always a big Spider-Man fan. Like Spider-Man was one of his favorite superheroes.
So this is kind
And
of a
then he
dream
got
come
to
true for
voice
him.
act. Yeah, what he said it was because now he gets to voice him.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, this was a pretty successful podcast, if you want to say that.
Yeah, we've been
we
going
made-
for this
I
might be
did.
if we keep talking, this might be the longest one we've ever done.
Yeah.
It does not feel like it's almost an hour. We've been recording for about 46 minutes. So
Oh,
I
mean,
know it does
all
not feel
thanks
like
to
it's
the
been
new
that
guest.
long. I think we just got so
That's what I say.
entrapped with the Spider-Man stuff that we just kind of forgot our
Yeah.
track of time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, off the Spider-Man stuff. What's your favorite video game franchise of all time? I'm pretty sure yours is probably FNAF.
No, honestly, I probably would say Uncharted. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first Uncharted was shit. I don't like that one. I
Yeah, if I was gonna
replayed
rank
it.
Uncharted,
Sorry, say that
it'd
again.
probably go Uncharted one. It'd probably go Uncharted one at the bottom. I was gonna rank all of them. It'd probably go Uncharted one at the bottom. Maybe, 'cause I really liked Uncharted 4. I'd probably go Uncharted 3 third, Uncharted 4 second, and Uncharted 2 first.
Okay. Mine's basically the same thing, except mine would be at the top with fourth, and then the second would be second. So it'd be Uncharted 1, 3, 2, and 4. But we can't forget Lost Legacy, though. Lost Legacy was really good. And honestly, I think I
I
might
played Lost
prefer that
Legacy.
over the second one. But I don't know, though.
I
The
haven't played
second one
Lost
was
Legacy
really
yet.
good. Oh, you have not played Lost Legacy yet?
No, I need to get to doing that, but I
Ooh,
haven't had a chance yet.
that's so much. It's so
I
good.
know that all I know is that you play as Chloe.
You play as
Uncharted
Chloe,
2
yeah,
and 3.
and Nadine
And that
from...
Nadine is in it as
yeah.
well. Nadine. From
It's
Uncharted.
really,
I
really
know,
good.
I know Sam's in it as well. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I think that's supposed to be like a secret part of the game, but if you already know, then yeah. But I
No,
would probably say Uncharted. Like I said, the first one, which the first one's what started everything. It started the whole lore. The lore was good, but the gameplay, the graphics were in. The gameplay was really bad. It was very broken. Like the amount of gunshots enemies could take, or the amount of bullets, I mean, not gunshots. The amount of bullets the enemies could take was insane. They could take like 5 bullets to the head. It just
Yeah.
and the parkour wasn't that good. But you gotta think as well. This is a 2006 game. It's almost 20 years old, so we got to give it some grace for that. But it wasn't that good. But then the second one just came and just fixed everything up. It made everything perfect. The third one made everything it was basically the same formula, except they made the fighting better, which is really cool. And then the fourth one was just it. It's hard to explain. It just basically was a perfect one, and then they added like the grappling hook you could use, and that was so badass, being able to like use the grappling hook and shoot enemies, or like jump off the grappling hook and just jump onto an enemy to kill them and stuff like that. And the lore was so good. The graphics, I don't even need to speak about the graphics. I mean, come on. It was just the
Yeah.
perfect one. And every single Uncharted game, except maybe the first one. Even then, I don't absolutely hate it, but it's just like I don't really want to play it as much. But the
Do you heard
Uncharted
there's a fifth
franchise
one
is one of my
coming?
favorite one. Say it again?
You heard there's gonna be a fifth one coming?
There's no news about that yet, but technically the fifth one, I guess, would be Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Like an actual fifth one. I was gonna say there's gonna be a fifth one. You probably play as Nathan Drake's daughter.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to, even if I don't play as Nathan Drake's daughter, at least play as like Chloe or something, because she was really good.
Yeah.
I like if there's any other character I could play as that wasn't Nathan Drake, it would probably be her.
Or maybe Uncharted 5 could be
Or
Sam's old
Sam.
story.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sam. I like Sam as well. As long as it says Uncharted, I'm playing it.
Yeah.
So that's
I
probably
think
my favorite franchise. What's your favorite
I would say
franchise?
Batman, but I pretty much have only played it for like a year.
Mhm.
So without that, I'd probably say the Saints Row series.
Ooh, Saint Row. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, like I think my favorite one out of them would probably be the third one because it got remastered in 2020 and looked really, really good.
Yeah.
I also did the Saints Row 4 co-op series with Callum, which was autistic as hell. Because he made that character so retarded. He made his character look like a freaking pug, and he gave her a deep voice. I made my character golden with a mohawk and a very squeaky voice. It was freaking just stupid.
Oh
And
man.
obviously, Saints Row 1 and 2 were really good in my opinion. I think they need to get remastered.
Yeah.
I hope
So.
the Saints Row 5 come in.
Oh yeah.
That would just freaking be insane because they teased that at the end. At the end,
All right. Well, Mystic, what would you say is your favorites? Your favorite game series?
Oh man, that's really hard. I really love God of War. I've always been a
Ooh.
diehard fan of it because
oh, we
I've
just
always wanted to, play God of War on the PS3 and PS4, and
yeah.
just experience it instead of just watch it through a screen, which don't get me wrong is still good, but I just love God of War. Kratos is his
Oh my
character
God!
is
I just thought of something
just
else.
beyond
Sorry not to
perfect.
interrupt you, but go ahead.
His
No, I'm
depiction,
talking
his
about God of
voice
War.
actor. Mm,
We got to speak about Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, that's coming
yeah,
out. So God of
man.
War then?
Like God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, it probably has to be God of War, right next
Mm.
to Doom. But man,
That's what I
God
was
of
just
War
about
is
to say as
just hitting me
well.
different.
Doom might be beating Uncharted. Like, Doom Eternal might be my new favorite. I love Uncharted 4, but Doom Eternal is so much fucking fun.
Don't
I
get
have
me
never.
wrong, Uncharted 4 is still really good, but
Yes,
man, Doom and well, in my opinion, God of War, oh man,
that's why I'm
Maybe
sticking
the
with the
GTA
gets the
Doom.
kind of
franchise.
tingles in my winker.
I don't think we can sleep on the GTA franchise because there's been a lot of GTA
GTA.
games.
Well, I've only played the fifth one, so I can't really say the whole series is good.
I
I just.
played.
No, ma.
I think I played 5 for Sin City, San Andreas.
Oh, San Andreas, oh, so many memories.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't really speak about that one because the only GTA game I've ever played was the fifth one. So I don't really know about the series, but I would say it's one of my favorite games, and it was my third most played game as well this year.
I think. Yeah, I think GTA was my second. Third was Rogue Company. Somehow I played 62 hours when I only played it in like July.
What? No, I didn't kill him, but I did kill off his wife.
Yeah, so many like
No,
good.
GTA 5. Like the best thing was Lamar roasting Franklin because it's become a full-on meme.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just about to say as well. Like that's we could talk about that a little bit, like how they made that in real life, recreated it. That was such a legendary
Yeah,
moment. I can't believe they did that.
bro. I saw like because
Honestly, perfect.
they've done one with like Darth Vader and all that stuff. My favorite one, they've actually done it with someone who does Batman stuff. Actually did it with Joker. They
Oh
did Joker
wow.
roast Franklin. It was fucking hilarious.
I know Mystic showed me this. They did one with like Sans and Papyrus from Undertale. It was, oh man, I've just seen so many memes of it. And just in case, which I don't know, if you guys don't know this, I don't know how you don't know this, but just in case you don't know what we're talking about, there's a scene in GTA 5 where Lamar basically just roasts the fuck out of Franklin in a scene that I'm
It's
not
like
gonna.
during the first Franklin mission.
It's
It was
one,
like the
yeah,
first
it's
mission,
early
like
on in the game, and I'm not gonna say like what he says because there's a bunch of like,
N words.
there's a bunch of N words he uses, but it is so funny, especially when he says the final word that everyone knows, and then Franklin's like, "What?" It's so funny, and it started becoming a meme in January, and eventually the actual voice actors who did that recreated it in real life. It was an awesome moment. I can't believe they did that. But yeah, that's basically what we were talking about. All right,
I'm pretty sure
so
everyone's seen it. If you
Man,
haven't seen it, then I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're
yeah,
not. You literally living. If you haven't seen it, you're obviously living under a rock.
all right.
I hope I didn't
Um,
miss anything. I just went MIA.
oh no, we were just talking about the Franklin and Lamar meme.
No, man, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, bro. Maybe got rid of that old.
All right, so we're running out of time, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and do the final thing, I guess.
Yep.
I don't think
Subscribe.
I don't think we have many questions. I think we only have one, and it's from Flip, which he has multiple questions, which we've kind of already answered them, or at least one of them. But he basically, Flip says, "What is your favorite video games? Maybe discuss best movies, shows, and/or anime." we kind of already did the video
well, I can
games.
go on a rant about anime.
I mean,
We kind of already did the video games, but I guess I can do like a quick recap. My favorite is it's either gonna be Doom Eternal or Uncharted 4. Both are masterpieces. Maybe Doom Eternal is starting to beat it there just because the gameplay is so much fun and the music is like the best music to play while slaughtering demons. But
Still didn't
Uncharted
get
4
a
is like
award,
the
by the way.
perfect game with like the perfect lore and all that. So either Doom Eternal or Uncharted 4 is my favorite game.
mine would probably be Batman Arkham City. Like,
That's a good one as
just
well.
everything about that game was just freaking incredible. Like, Rocksteady had to like match what they did with Arkham Asylum because obviously people really enjoyed Arkham
Yeah, and
Asylum.
they did a phenomenal job, I think, of matching it and making
Yeah.
it even better.
So obviously, I think they made the combat better because in Arkham Asylum I had a few moments where I pressed counter, but like I still got punched. Which I got
Yeah.
pissed about. Yeah, they improved the combat a lot. They added side missions back then. In Arkham City, because Arkham Asylum there was no side missions.
Yeah, that was
The
the
whole
only thing
storyline with
about
the
Arkham
Joker
City I didn't really
dying
care for was the
was
side
really good.
missions, but they made them sort of interesting.
Yeah.
Except the fucking Riddler trophies.
Like they had pretty much most main bad guys had a role. Like you had Two-Face,
Yeah.
Penguin, you had a Solomon Grundy boss fight, you had Mr. Freeze, you had Bane because Bane's like a side mission,
Yeah.
and then obviously you had Joker. The whole Joker stuff in that game was also really incredible. And I
Yeah.
did not, spoiler alert, if you haven't played Batman Arkham City, which you should have. It's like gonna be 10 years old this year.
Oh wow. That's
Wow.
At the end, Joker does. I mean, pretty much. I think you said like Joker's dead. He dies at the end of Arkham City.
Yeah,
Which-
he definitely dies because
Obviously,
they burn his body
yeah.
in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, because obviously, I didn't actually think he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna get the cure. I actually thought he was cured because actually showed him all cured because that was actually Clayface.
Yeah.
But then he did actually
Yeah.
die,
Yeah.
and I was so shocked at that. I was like, didn't actually expect him to die, and then Batman just carries him out,
Yeah.
and then places him right in front of Jim Gordon, and just walks away like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Man.
Like he doesn't care. Like he doesn't care that Joker just killed his girlfriend, pretty much.
Mm.
And then his
I did.
pretty much his arch nemesis just died as well. Batman pretty much lost in that one ending scene two of his most like close people because he was Talia Al Ghul.
Oh my
obviously they
god,
were
I
a
forgot
thing.
about her. Shit,
'Cause
I
they were
forgot
a
about
thing.
Talia Ghul.
Because she got shot by Joker when she thought she killed Joker, who's actually Clayface,
Yeah.
and then Batman obviously lost Joker as well.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, Mystic, what's your favorite game?
God of War and Doom Eternal. Like those franchises, nothing can really be said about it in my words. Just they're masterpieces. I just
Yeah.
really can't describe it how like enjoyable it is to watch and even to play it. The one
Yeah.
time I played God of War at my friend's house, I mean we're no longer friends, but still that was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So have you both like played both the God of? Have you played God of War 4?
Neither of
Yes.
us have played God of War. Oh, wait, you have?
Yes.
Okay, well never mind.
Because I have as well.
I have not played God of
Are you
War,
gonna-
any of them. So
Are
I
you gonna
can't.
play it?
I mean, I had it at one point, and then I
You
never
should.
played it. But if I ever get the chance again, I'll probably will.
Because
This
I want
time.
to say something, but I don't want to risk spoiling
Oh,
it for you.
if it's a spoiler, you can go ahead and say it. I watched a lot of videos on it, but I
Okay.
didn't get to the whole thing.
The part where Kratos gets the Blade of Chaos, bro.
Oh, isn't that a
Uh,
reference to the old
yeah.
games? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
he
about?
gets the Blades of Chaos when Atreus is with Freya because he's
Yeah,
like
I did see
sick or
that
something.
part, and everyone was so happy because it was
Yeah.
a reference to the older
Like
games.
the part like when obviously I think it was his wife there saying like you are a monster, and he goes, I know, but
I
I'm
know.
your monster no longer.
Yeah, it's just like oh
Just
man.
the soundtrack for that game was just freaking insane. Just made Kratos look like a badass.
Yeah, that's
'Cause he
why I
is.
also love Doom Eternal as well.
With the
It's
voice
the,
actor as well. They changed the voice actor, and I think this voice actor for this Kratos was better than the old one.
yeah,
His voice
Um,
was more deeper, and then the whole boy thing became a meme.
yeah, I know. That's what I was just about to say. The whole boy thing was perfect, and see,
Like
that's one of the
2018,
reasons.
you had two boy memes, like because you had it with Kratos and you had it with Arthur from Red Dead 2. He kept saying boy a lot.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I only knew God of War or Kratos did that. But see, that's why I
Yeah.
love Doom Eternal so much as well. Like, it had the music was so perfect for Doom Guy, and that's actually something I'm really surprised about. The original Doom, they said that there was supposed to be no heavy metal like in that game, and I cannot imagine Doom Eternal or the Doom 2016 remake without heavy metal. That's like the perfect thing for a Doom guy, and it's the perfect music to be listening to while you're ripping and tearing demons apart. I can't. Maybe I can imagine techno because of like the John Wick music, like for instance in the first movie was in that dance club and he's shooting everyone. Maybe that could somehow work a little bit with Doom guy, but I think the best way to go would be heavy metal. But that's why I think like you were saying that the music or the soundtrack for God of War, it made Kratos feel like a badass, and that's the same thing with Doom guy as well. The soundtrack made him look like a badass, and everything he does is just so badassery. Like for instance in the 2016 remake, it's actually a really funny scene. Samuel Hayden, I'll get it right in a second. Samuel Hayden was one of the he's the reason the whole Hell Force started invading on Mars, and you're trying to like close the portal, and he's like, all right, so you're at one of these gas canisters, you gotta carefully remove the hinges so as to not disturb or not to break the gas canister, and Doom guy just fucking stomps the shit out of it.
He just goes no mercy on it.
And just stuff like that. He just gives no mercy. It's funny and it's so badass as well.
Emotionless man, I'm telling you.
Yes, he is emotionless. Except the only emotion he feels is happiness is when he's killing demons.
Demons, but other than that, no fucks given, man.
Well, also anger.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like emotions for other people or just emotion.
Oh yeah, other
when,
people,
like,
and that's something else as well that was pretty cool. Like people actually got to see like Doom guy and Doom Eternal, and it was kind of funny. Like just they were all like terrified, and then like for instance those two guards, he's like, I'm not scared of Doom guy. If he shows up, I tell him what to do, and he immediately punches like the open hatch or whatever, and he comes up, and the guy's just standing there. He grabs the guy's gun if I'm not mistaken, and takes it with him.
So much for not being scared.
Yeah. And then the whole like, oh, you can't just shoot a hole in Mars, and then he just shoots a fucking hole in Mars.
And then he just
so much
does it.
stuff
Watch
like that. Yeah. Oh man. Like I said, I could go into hours talk about Doom Eternal, but we're gonna end it there. Let's see. So we did the video games. Do y'all want to talk about y'all's favorite movie or show? Maybe.
For sure.
movie.
Yeah, you can say it. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just simple, plain and simple. Mandalorian.
Yep. Same. My favorite show is Mandalorian as well. I don't think I need to explain.
Same for me. Favorite show probably Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
So all three of us saying the Mandalorian?
Yep.
I'm saying
we've all got taste. Let's go.
Let's go. Unlike
now the movie one, I'm a bit more interested in because that one's probably gonna be a bit more different for each of us. So why don't we start with you, Mystic? What is your favorite movie?
That's a good one. I have to go. Surprisingly, I'm pretty sure nobody will like really know about this movie, but it's called The Thing. It was released in 1982.
Isn't that a horror movie?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow, yeah. I've heard of it. I've
The
never
name
seen
rings
it.
a bell. It rings a bell for me. Like,
it's about these extraterrestrial people, well, aliens coming and taking the form of their victims and almost killing them in the process. And their goal is to try to get back to their home planet, if any means possible. And that means if the humans are going to, stop them. And I just find that concept really interesting. The CGI, even for 1982, was still outstanding.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, you guys need to definitely give it a watch if you guys haven't,
I haven't watched it, but I have heard a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
I might watch it. I'm just not big into horror movies, but I've heard a lot of people say that one's really good. Like the only
it's
horror
more of
movie...
like a tension-based kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's not like scare, piss your pants kind of,
The only other horror movie I've ever watched that I personally liked was maybe The Shining, and after I rewatched it again last year, and I understood more of like the psychological horror behind it, it was really fucking good, and it was terrifying. It was kind to me, it reminded me of Doki Doki Literature Club. If any of you guys have ever seen that game, it was about as fucked up. It might have been more fucked up in my opinion, especially that scene with the bath lady.
Yeah, that is more.
Ooh.
Definitely more.
But I don't know though. You're giving too much. You're not giving DDLC enough credit though. Like a lot of the scenes, like the whole like. Well, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get Yuri touching herself with a pen she stole from you and shit like that. It gets pretty graphic and disturbing.
How about we just not talk about Doki Doki?
Yeah, let's just not talk about that. So, CJ, what is your favorite movie?
Honestly, it would probably be the Joker movie from last year, or 2019.
Oh, Joker!
I went to see that with Ben, and we got really lucky because we pretty much had a whole cinema room to ourselves.
Wow.
Joker was actually good.
And it was
Yeah.
just freaking incredible. Joaquin Phoenix
Joaquin
nailed
Phoenix
it.
did an amazing job.
Like it was just like what it was meant to be. Like it was meant to be some guy who just went, he descended right into darkness and went insane. It was
Yeah.
so dark at some points.
Darkness.
Like when he says something on the line of, "All I have are negative thoughts."
Yeah, there's I'm trying
And
to
then-
remember what the
And then the ending scene, like you know, like have you ever had something before where you're like you're watching like a film with someone, and then something happens in the film where it's like it's really cool and like you're so like mind blown by it, but you both just like slowly start looking at each other or something.
yeah,
Like we both started. Me and Ben had that moment when at the ending part
yeah.
where
Yeah, that
obviously he's
ending
been
was
arrested
actually
after
pretty
killing.
That
where
was
he was
such a
arrested
legendary
after
movie.
killing Murray,
Yeah.
and then obviously he has blood in his mouth. And people were like, when they first saw him, like, why he's not got that little Glasgow? I think it's Glasgow smile or something. He has like the cuts on
Yeah,
the
because in
side.
the whole story of
And-
Joker, he like cuts I think he cuts his
Yeah.
mouth open, and that's why he's got the smile.
Yeah.
So then when he had the
So
blood,
at the
he
end,
put it there.
so the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, what he did to try and make himself smile, he put his fingers in his mouth and obviously
I
did the
love
thing,
how they did the
make him
ending,
smile.
but which this is probably what you're talking about, but like with the whole Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne
He had
situation
blood in
and
his,
the
he had
Joker.
the blood in his mouth.
Yeah,
One time at the end where he had blood in his mouth and he did the whole thing, but he made it look like a smile, and then he finished put the blood, made it look like a Glasgow smile on his face.
yeah. The one that really got me, that shocked me, was like finding out that that's the reason why. Which this is spoilers, but I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it by now because it was such a
He's the
legendary
reason
movie.
why
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne
it's
He's
died,
the reason why Bruce
why
Wayne is the
Batman-
way he is, and it's like holy shit. No wonder he's like his arch nemesis
Yeah.
because that's the whole reason he became Batman. And I think that was a really good job that they did that. That makes, like I said, it makes the whole arch nemesis thing a lot more, maybe deeper or something.
It gives it more meaning, you know.
Yeah, there you go, more meaning. So yeah, the Joker's
Yeah.
a really good one. I think my
there's
favorite
more
one,
context.
it's kind of stereotypical, and even then, I'm not entirely sure if it's my favorite because there's a bunch of movies I love. I'm more into comedy movies, but probably my favorite one that I can think of is like I said, stereotypical, but probably Avengers Endgame. Like you said, like those movies when you go and watch them and they're so like mind blowing and twisting, that you look at each other after what happened. I will never, ever, ever forget my reaction and the theater's reaction as well when going to Avengers Endgame. Like you said though, CJ, like when you went to go see Joker, you had the room kind of to yourself. We basically had the same situation when I went to watch it because me and my whole family went to watch it, and it was so good. But with Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame, obviously we watched the day it came out, so the whole theater was packed. And granted, this is before pre-COVID, so this was allowed.
No. You need to take your mask.
no, pre-COVID. Anyways,
Oh, take your mask.
it was I won't ever forget when like Captain America grabs Mjolnir, everyone's reaction, like when
Mjolnir.
everyone in the whole theater gasped when Captain America did that.
I mean,
And
yeah, that is a good
everyone's
scene, but I think my
reaction
favorite
when
scene-
Doctor Strange, or not Doctor Strange, but like his assistant or whatever, like gets those portals out, everyone comes out, everyone was screaming and all that. It was just
the
moments.
Avengers theme is playing in the background. It's
Yeah.
building up, and then Captain America goes Avengers,
Assemble.
He gets-
I
he gets
won't
it- he
ever
gets it-
forget
he gets
those
it-
members.
and then
those
they all
members.
let out a battle cry, and then they all just start running at him. But the
Yeah.
epic
My
battle
favorite
scene.
part is when Spider-Man comes. I just busted a nut in the theater there. You know, I had to, get out the seat and, kind of clean up, a lot of the nut.
It's just like
off
it's
the
not. It's
ground
like
so
that.
people don't get
That article about like someone busting a nut while watching The Incredibles 2. It's just
we
like
can't
that.
forget Avengers Endgame. We can't forget Fat Thor playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah, honestly, we can't forget that legendary moment. Noob Master 69.
Oh man.
But yeah, for me it's gotta be Endgame because I have so many memories. Like I said, the whole theater, just like I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't really like going to the movies where there's a bunch of people. But that was the one exception. It was so like
Yeah.
it was so interesting to hear like what everyone thought of like their first reactions to it. And I'm pretty sure I heard someone say when we were watching Avengers, when Captain America picked up the Mjolnir, I'm pretty sure I heard someone scream, "I knew it!" Just like Thor did. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing someone screaming
Yeah.
that.
I actually heard somebody in the movie theater scream, "Oh yes, Daddy, hold it with pride," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I can't believe they had the balls to scream
think-
that.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much in case no one's seen it and don't want to do any spoilers or anything.
Oh, obviously everyone's seen this movie, so it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, then in that case, then did anyone of your family cry when a certain moment happened in the film? Towards the end?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe my
I
aunt
laughed.
cried.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My mum cried when Can I say it? 'Cause I don't want to risk
Yeah,
anyone's
just go
spoilers
ahead. Just
though.
go ahead. Everyone knows it
My
basically.
mum
like-
cried when Tony Stark died.
Yeah. And plus, even if they haven't seen that,
Spoilers.
man, how dare you spoil it? Come on, man.
Why must you lie to me?
Why must you hurt me this way?
Why must you hurt me physically and mentally?
Oh man, but no, even if like they didn't see Avengers Endgame, they obviously know by Spider-Man Away from Home or Far From Home that Tony Stark dies, since like the whole cutscene where he's like in the grave and all that. I don't think anyone in my family cried except maybe my aunt and maybe my mother.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen my mum cry that much.
I got pissed because one of my friends spoiled it for me, so I didn't even know he
Aw,
died
man.
before.
What-
It was
you're
literally
just
like
ruining it.
a few hours
You
before we
ruined
left.
it. You're
He
ruining
told me,
it.
he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Iron Man dies," and my other friend who had already seen it literally screamed. He was just like, "Rebuild!" and screamed as loud as he could because he said that, and I was like, he's not joking, is he? And then they of course were trying to be like, no, he's joking, and then I found out he wasn't joking. I was just like, God damn it.
Why must you hurt me this way?
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done
it.
it.
He says it so perfectly.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
Alright, so I mean, I don't know about CJ, but I don't watch anime, so I don't know about it. Do you watch anime?
Neither.
Okay, so I guess we'll just ask.
Unless you count, do you count Pokemon as an anime? Do you count
Yeah.
Pokemon as
Oh.
anime?
Come on,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
No, I used to watch a lot of Pokemon when I was younger. Not
Okay.
now, but still.
I'm about to pull up
Pokemon
Will
Facebook
you
the
just
only
shut
anime I
up, man? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, the only anime I've seen was a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, so I guess Dragon Ball Z would be mine. But I know we're gonna talk to the anime master here, Virgin.
Okay,
I'm joking.
kidding, sit your bottoms down in your chairs, all right? And
Missy's
strap
finally
in
gonna be speaking for once in his life, for the first time on this podcast.
Okay. All right, Baki is by far one of my favorite animes right now. The way that he's portrayed in, the Netflix adaptation, because it originally comes from a manga, it's just so accurate, and like all the characters are likable. The fight scenes are badass, even though some people debate that it's like unrealistic. But oh boy, do I love it! Another good anime is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, which actually, fun fact, some of the voice actors actually voiced some characters in Baki. For you guys need to watch it right now, and you should probably turn it on while you're listening to this. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. They're
Alright.
both really good animes. Recommend watching it. You might bust a nut to both of them. Who knows?
So, like I said, not really much from me and CJ because we don't really watch it. I don't really know how to watch it, if I'm being honest. I know some of it's on
Oh,
Netflix,
trust me.
but other than
I
that,
can go
I
on
mean,
for an hour.
I know.
talking about
I don't watch it, but I watch a lot of KSI, and he's a big anime fan.
yeah, I
He
watch
made a whole
Corey.
song about Beerus. He made a
Yeah.
whole song about Beerus.
I know that one's from Dragon
So-
Ball. I do know that for sure. But other than that, I watch Corey X Kenshin, who's a huge anime fan as well. I think he actually learned Japanese by watching so much anime. So, yeah. But that's about it, I guess. Like I said, not really much from me and CJ from the anime because we don't really watch anime, and even if I want to, I don't really know how to, if I'm being honest. But I think that's
Why
it for
must
now.
you lie to me?
I think that's basically it for now. This is the longest podcast I've ever done, but it was so much fun. Thank you so much for coming, CJ. This was my favorite podcast
Yeah.
I've done
No
so
problem.
far. Like I
Yeah,
said,
you made it more
Glad to be
interesting
here.
than me.
yeah. Like I said, make sure you guys go subscribe to this guy. I had so much fun just doing this podcast with him. You guys need to go check out his videos as well. They're all super awesome.
I'll make you my fucking slave in the rice fields if you don't subscribe to them.
Well then, yeah.
I'm
That.
joking. I love you all.
Yeah, but yeah, make sure you guys really go subscribe to him. He's a really nice guy. And he's very, very entertaining. And he also plays with his friends Ben and Callum. Oh, no, not Callum. Yeah, Callum, isn't that the
Yeah,
other
it's Callum.
friend?
Yeah, it's Callum.
And I haven't really
Yeah.
played with Callum, but I know Ben is fucking hilarious as well. And when they're together, it's some of the funniest shit you'll ever seen. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Link to his channel will
And
be in the
the
description down
infamous
below.
quote.
Also, make sure you guys go
Yeah.
subscribe to Mystic's channel. He does like a Chadcast. He's still getting it ready. But I think, are you gonna be?
Yeah.
Are you almost ready yet, or not
I'm-
quite yet?
Yep. I already have one pre-recorded. It's one of my friends, my partner who did a video, and I already have it pre-recorded for him, so it should be uploaded soon.
All
But I
right.
can't make any promises.
Well,
But you know
cool.
why I can't upload it? As the infamous words of Landaton. CJ, this is your fault.
All
Come
right.
on.
Well.
You really blush, man.
All right. So that's gonna do it. Make sure, like I said, Mystic's channel will be in the description
Don't
down below.
subscribe to Landaton, please. No,
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyways, thank
Subscribe
you guys
to
so
him.
much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to them. Both their channels will be in the description down below. So once again, thank you again, CJ, for joining. This has been so much fun.
Yes, thank
No
you.
problem, man.
Considering you had
Happy to
more
be here.
dialogue than me.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. And also, if you like me and like my content, please subscribe so you know when I upload more videos and when I do more live streams. So you guys so much for watching this. And this is Landaton signing off.